Good morning, YouTube. Something on my mind this morning. This is Bear from bearindependent.com. Oso Independiente, the peanut butter bear. bearindependent.com. I wanted to try and get out of my head something that I heard recently on the most recent Adapt 2030 podcast that I've listened to. David Dubine over at Adapt 2030 doing excellent work regarding shining light on the grand solar minimum and the changing of growing regions on our planet, the ability to grow food, and the weather impacts our sun has on our planet. I believe his phraseology is, it's not, what does he say? It's not global warming, it's not you, it's the sun, is how he puts it, or something to that effect. But the comment was made, he was interviewing somebody on his most recent podcast, at least the one I've heard, regarding communities. And his guest said, isn't it interesting how much the system pushes back against people who are trying to live in community, get off grid, be self-supporting? Yes, it is interesting. Let me tell you, as somebody who has been both in the system and out of the system, who has been a cog in the machine and who abhors the machine. They make it hard for you to not be dependent on the system. As I've said before, there is a reason this channel is called Bear Independent. It is our goal to be so wildly independent of the system that when, not if, but when the world ends, TEOTWAWKI, the end of the world as we know it, when the zombies rape your dog and eat your children, when that happens, somebody has to come tell me, hey man, did you hear the world ended? No, I had no idea, because we're independent of the system. How many times have you seen something like, I don't know, a winter snowstorm in an area where, I don't know, winter snowstorms are extremely common. The threat of the snowstorm comes and it's 6 hours away, and you go to the grocery store. We go for fun when we would go because we had mountains of food. Go to the grocery store and there's no milk. There's no bread and there's no eggs. I don't know why. I guess that's the diet for when there's a snowstorm. Let's make some milk, bread, and eggs again, right? Yeah, toast and eggs with a glass of milk. I don't know, right? But the shelves are bare because people are so dependent on the system, the just-in-time logistical delivery system, the way that everything is I don't even want to say manufactured, facilitated these days. Just in the nick of time, right? It reduces waste, which lowers cost, which blah, 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 blah. Cool, man. I'm a yay capitalism guy. But if you can't see past the vulnerability that a tiny glitch in the system creates for you, man, you got another thing coming, man. It's gonna be ugly. Now, back to the system and those of us who are trying to dance outside of the system. Independent, right? And I mean that in all ways. Politically independent. Religion, I don't have a religion. I'm a follower of Christ. I don't have a religion. Religion is just man's inept attempt to wrap their mind around a creator, their God, that is absolutely unfathomable, right? And then you get caught in the trappings and dogmas and doctrines of man, and you do what some guy said, not what your father said, right? So religion, the system, we grow our own food, we try and produce as many of our own inputs and utilize as many of our own outputs as possible, right? We foster community and build relationships and network with people so that we can help each other, right? And all of this is a threat to the system. There is a reason YouTube videos are being taken down by many channels. Channels are disappearing. Channels are disappearing. Videos are disappearing. This sun is disappearing out of my eyeballs right now. There is a reason that all these things are falling by the wayside or going away. It's orchestrated. As the new normal becomes more and more apparent, as people get more and more switched on. I mean, you have Fox News and CNN openly discussing the next economic collapse now, right? Guys, we're there. Eyes to see, ears to hear. Wake up, we're there. It's coming, right? As that becomes more and more apparent, more and more people are going to pull away from the system because they will realize the system is going to fail. You have Bernie Sanders, that moron, openly talking about full forgiveness of $1.6 trillion of student loan debt. Well, as I understand it, the real number is closer to 5.3 trillion, but I'm no expert. But we'll just say 1.6, right? Economic collapse. Boom. Add in some food scarcity. There's no spring planting. We're down 40% in food production so far this year. 40%. It's July and there's no spring planting in large swaths of the nation. And then you add in the 2020 elections, man. It's the perfect storm for chaos. No thank you, right? So, yeah, am I a threat to the system because I don't want to dance in the broken system that's going to fall apart and completely break at some point? Apparently, because I spit truth as I understand it, because I tell you guys to get ready for what's coming, because I implore you to seek the face of your Creator through His Son, because I read the Bible on my channel, because I carry a gun on my hip, and because I have an AR-15 and I know how to use it, because I own body armor and I stock food and I plant gardens and love my wife and love my children and build communities and build teams and travel all the way across the country to go help people I've never met before because my Creator tells me to. That makes me a threat. If that makes me a threat to the system, why the hell would anybody want to be part of a system that demonizes that? That's the antithesis of what this country was founded on, right? And I get these people all the time. They're like, yeah, man, we need a convention of the states. Yeah, we needed one 80 years ago. I'll be fully gray bouncing my great-grandchildren on my knee when we finally have a convention of the states. And even if we do, what in the freaking world makes anybody think that all of a sudden politicians are going to grow stones and actually do something? That's not how politics works. They don't do anything. They talk about doing things. And yet and still people get so wrapped around the axles about politics. I'm a this person's supporter. I'm a that person's supporter. I like this color. I think donkeys are better than elephants. Blah, blah, blah. Shut up. Bread and circuses, man. Our founding fathers were not politicians. They weren't militia members. They were farmers with rifles. Or muskets, by and large, right? Or businessmen, entrepreneurs. They were risk takers. They had stones the size of bowling balls and they had deep convictions. They braved the North Atlantic Sea because they weren't allowed to read their Bibles. Yeah. And we can't find 2 hours in the week to go to church and fake it. Shame on us. Threat to the system. If any or all of those things is a threat to the system, then the system is defunct and broken, and I don't want any part of it. And that's how we got here in the first place. So I would just ask you, how can you be a threat to the system today? What can you do knowing that the thin veneer of civility is cracking and it's about to be utterly destroyed and fall by the wayside? We are sliding into a new normal. Will it be catastrophic? I don't know. People adapt. That's the history of humanity. People adapt. Some people act, some people get acted upon. Some people are proactive, some people are reactive. It might not be the end of the world for you. If you're within the sound of my voice and you're doing the things now you're probably gonna be okay. But for huge portions of the global population, it could be utter chaos. It could be the end of an era. I'm not playing nice with that. I'm not interested in that. I want nothing to do with that. How do you remove yourself from that? Be a threat to the system. Grow your own food. Be able to defend it. Understand you are the first responder. It's not the police, it's not the firefighters, it's not EMS, it's not the county sheriffs, it's certainly not FEMA, it's you. You are the first responder. My brother, the NWA Prepper, loves to say, what have you done today to get ready, right? Our brother Kyle at Survival Prepping for Normal People asks that same question, or one very similar, all the time. What have you done today? And I'm asking you, what are you going to do today to get independent of the system? And this is a one bite at a time thing. You can't just kill the elephant and fire up the grill. You got to eat it one bite at a time, but you need to start. You need to start working in that direction. And I'm sorry if I'm getting a little passionate, and I do not fearmonger. I do not doomer porn. In fact, I hate the channels that do, but I'm just telling you with the deepest conviction I can muster, it's time. It's time. Be a threat to the system. Screw this system. Okay, YouTube demonetizes us? Cool. At least we still have a platform we can talk on. Oh, the algorithm can't find me? Okay, whatever. No big deal. But we will soldier on. I have my own moderators being unsubbed from my channel. Play the games, man. Play the games. This is for time. I've talked about that. I don't know if I will be the one deciding the time frame. Be aware of that. If for no other reason than you would still be able to find us, you might consider Patreon. The link is always in the description. There's always a baby bear at the end of the video you can click on that'll take you there. It's not that I want or need your $1 a month. It's the cover charge that keeps the riffraff out, and it allows us to operate on a platform that does not censor our words and our thoughts. Because the system does not like people breaking away from it. And it does not like people encouraging other people to break away from it. Me and everybody else, and I am not alone in this. We are standing on the shoulders of giants regarding this. And we would do well to remember just how the hell we got here in the first place. And it wasn't a bunch of people sitting around and talking. It was people with bone-deep convictions who were competent, confident men, confident in themselves and their abilities, and confident in the ability of their creator to show up when they needed him. And they took risks. And they left a broken system to create something new. And I'm telling you, I believe we are on the cusp of that. Shalom.